What's up, Flesh and Blood community? It's your boy Sin here, back again with another video. The Pro Tour, the very first Pro Tour, happened this past weekend in New Jersey. And I kind of wanted to briefly, go over what happened there for those that may have been busy over the weekend, didn't get to catch any of it. I personally wasn't there over the weekend, but I was kind of living vicariously through everybody that was there on Twitter. I saw, Flake, Fresh and Bud, Tommy Fresh from Fresh and Buds, and a bunch of other great content creators, kind of covering the weekend and interacting with them. And it was great to see Flesh and Blood on that kind of scale where we were getting consistent updates throughout the weekend as to what was going on and what was happening. And I kind of just want to briefly go over how everything played out, what this means for the next several months going into Uprising, and going from there. So, this is going to be a little candid, might be a little bit of a long video. I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet, but just wanted to give you guys some updates. Update number one, update number one, I'm collaborating with my local game store, Green Tree Sports Cards, on a giveaway for the channel. We're going to do a road to 1,000 subs here on YouTube. So hopefully that'll be up this week. It's a really cool, we have a really cool giveaway prize, ready to go for those of you in the US that want to partake in it. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel here, and I will post another video later this week explaining how to enter the giveaway. It's going to involve, commenting on a YouTube video, and several other requirements or stipulations for the giveaway. So, sit tight on the channel here. Be sure you're subscribed. Like any of the videos that pop up, make sure you, hit the bell button so you get the notifications and we can go, yada, 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 yada. Anyways, back to the main point of the video. Pro Tour, New Jersey, very first Flesh and Blood Pro Tour happened over the weekend, with Pablo Pintor on chain, bound by Shadow, winning, taking it all. I just wanted to first off say congratulations, Pablo, for making that win happen. I watched that match, and if you have not watched that match, I believe it should be on Channel Fireball's Twitch, and it may also be posted on YouTube somewhere else. Please go check out that game. That final game is great. It was, Pablo Pintor versus Florin Christian Logan, and a lot of Bravo, represented in the top 8 of the Pro Tour. But also 2 Kanos, and it was really cool to see that the banned and restricted announcement that kind of went into effect a couple weeks ago now. Kind of cool to see how it brought Bravo down a peg. It kind of took Starvo and knocked him down a few notches, losing Awakening and Autumn's Touch. I don't think Autumn's Touch was as big of a nerf, but the Awakening definitely seems to have changed a lot of the competitive players' thinking and how to approach Starvo. He in the matchups against Briar and Shane specifically, it definitely looked to feel like more of an even playing field, and it also seems to be that kind of like that sweet spot with the Runeblade was to have more blues in your deck than you normally would going into the Starvo matchup, and I guess that kind of makes sense to me. I mean, there's a lot of good earth blues, and more so in Briar, at least, you're able to kind of like stack that together. I'm a huge Briar fan, so I'm gonna definitely be taking that into consideration, although because of this weekend, Starvo now has enough points to Living Legend out of the format and go into LSS's Living Legend vault, where he arguably belongs for the time being. Now, a couple highlights. My personal favorite players from over the weekend, I was watching, in the top 8 specifically, Jacob Shaker on Briar. Honestly, a great Briar player. Really cool to see how he built that deck to kind of counteract Starvo and kind of get around those situations. His match against Alexander Vor's Kano, and oh my gosh, Alexander Vor, he was on a hot streak all weekend. Unfortunately, he was knocked down round 1 of the top 8, but still absolutely awesome to watch him kind of math out Kano, and go in for the kill there. It was really, really cool to see not one but two Kanos hit top 8 and be a part of that. So the point I'm really trying to make at the end of the day here is that, you know, they brought Starvo down through the banned and restricted announcement. It really feels like we're in a good spot in the meta going into Uprising, at least in the CC side, on the classic constructed side of things, where every hero, or at least like a nice little handful of heroes, have a viable chance to get at least the top 8 in these big events and really push to try and win. What else was there from the Pro Tour? All outside of the Pro Tour, there was also a calling, which was awesome, to see that, you know, there was more than just the Pro Tour going on that weekend, and it was really just a celebration of the game as a whole. You know, there's a whole snapshot of there was not just a calling, but a Battle Hardened as well. So, you know, the top 8 for the Battle Hardened, even that was relatively diverse. I mean, we had 2 Chains, 2 Prisms, 1 Briar, you know, 3 Starvos. It was a pretty, I mean, these are the current top 4 best heroes in the game, typically, but, you know, it wasn't just all Starvo mirror matches in the top 8 of even the calling. So you see that kind of trickle down and kind of, you know, hit that at the end of the day. Now, Mateus Das, you know, won the calling, and that's awesome on Starvo. That helped contribute to pushing him through to the Living Legend status, as well as I believe a couple game stores throughout the weekend were also hosting their own pro quests. So it's possible, you know, between that, the calling, it was bound to happen this weekend, where Starvo would be, you know, Living Legend out of the format. Easy peasy. So yeah, and then the Battleheart in New Jersey, you know, congratulations to Donovan Van Beek on Oldhim. That's actually awesome to see Oldhim take a Battle Hardened. I'm not sure if that's happened, but yeah, it was Oldhim versus Mark Johnson on Kano in the finals. There was a 451 person Blitz Battle Hardened event. Oh, it was Blitz. Okay, so Oldhim and Blitz is really good, so that makes more sense. I thought it was CC. My brain was not working there. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I mean, you know, you have a very diverse grouping of heroes that are really doing well right now, and I'd be interested to see how that kind of translates going into the Uprising season here at the end of next month. You know, and kind of like, you know, this weekend has rejuvenated my love for this game. It has really, really cracked the lid on my excitement for what's to come in Uprising. You know, between all of the Pro Tour spoilers, which were, you know, very minimal. There weren't many, but I mean, we are also like 2 weeks away from actual spoiler season. So, you know, what are you gonna do there, right? You know, we got to see kind of the kind of Dracona Optimi, the Marvel that's going to be coming in Uprising, one of the Marvel Dragon cards, you know, where we were able to kind of see that, you know, Phi, the Draconic Ninja, his full name is Phi Rising Rebellion, and, you know, Dromai Ash Artist. So those are 2 new heroes. We already know about Icelander Stormbound coming in Uprising, and it's really exciting to kind of wonder and like think like, okay, what is LSS going to pull out of their hat here to you know, take competitive play to the next level, as well as, you know, also keeping things fun? Because I know I had people kind of shut down, like in our local areas. I had people kind of shut down even just coming to play Classic Constructed because Starvo was, you know, such a big deal. You know, we had this meta. It's been what, February, March, April, May, June. Well, May. So it's been 4 or 5 months with Starvo kind of dominating the CC format. And it was, you know, it kind of burnt some players out, I would feel, on a local level. And I'm really happy that LSS has kind of taken the time to say, like, hey, you know, we're aware we made a mistake with Starvo. You know, he was good. You know, he was a tier 2 hero at best when prior to the, you know, the Briar errata and the Ball Lightning nerfs and, you know, Chain Seeds of Agony nerf. He was a tier 2 character. He was not really, you know, he wasn't meant to be this way. So, you know, we kind of just shipped it. And, you know, I'm happy they at least acknowledge that. You know, game balance, hopefully going forward, we're good. So, to kind of just wrap this up, like, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here after an awesome Pro Tour weekend? I'm trying to get the numbers here. I know Fab posted exactly how many people participated, just not even just in the Pro Tour, but just were in attendance all weekend. You know, it's really nice to kind of have this game at a point where like a Pro Tour like that can happen, even though it's just the first one. There were some awesome cosplayers there. You know, I saw multiple people cosplaying, going for that Taylor, that Taylor promo, which was awesome. I know they posted it here. Okay, here it is. Yeah. So here's the incredible thing. It wasn't even just the Pro Tour players. There were 800 players in the calling, 450 in the Battleheart, and just 200 people playing Commoner. That's, I'm bad at math, but like that's well over 1,000 people for a first time Pro Tour for Flesh and Blood. Like if they can continue this momentum, which I have no doubt they will, we're looking at a fantastic game that is going to keep being fantastic. It's like I don't care. I don't to keep bluntly, like I don't give a shit if Monarch boxes are dropping in price. I mean, if I feel for the collectors that got screwed there, I really do. But like the product is good. The product is good. The game is good. People are going to keep playing it, and the game is just going to grow and grow and grow. And that's what we're trying to do in our local game store is create that positive and welcoming environment for people to come play this game and really, really just sink their teeth into the awesome world that LSS has created. So, just to wrap up my quick little recap video of what happened over the weekend. I know there wasn't really a whole lot to it, and it's just kind of the weird bearded guy standing here talking to you. I just, I'm excited for the game. I'm just genuinely excited for the game, and I hope that comes across in video format, because I know sometimes people can be or feel a little like, I don't want to say fake when it comes to this, like, over the YouTubes kind of thing, but like, I am genuinely excited for this game, and I am genuinely excited to keep making stuff for you guys in regards to the game. I wasn't able to attend the Pro Tour or the calling this time. I'm really, really hoping, the next time a calling comes around here, I can get out and meet all your beautiful faces as well, and we can jam some games together, because my ideal day is to sit and just play card games with people all day. If I could do it all day, every day, I would, honestly. So, I'm gonna wrap up this kind of like little mini channel update Pro Tour recap thing, and stay frosty, stay out there. If don't forget to sub to the channel, drop a line, tell me if you were at the Pro Tour this weekend, tell me what your favorite experience was from it, we should have some more Commoner content coming to you this week, and like I said, we're going to be setting up for a really cool giveaway, so pay attention, and have a great week, everybody. Sit out.